So more eurekas here. The zygomatic bones. This is going to blow your mind. Oh, my Lord and my God. My Lord and my God. Zygomatic bones is triple father in order. That is, there are two of them. They are your cheekbones. Cheekbones, which also, they're right here, and they also come back to form a part of your eye socket. But look at what I'm looking at here. Okay, so there's instances of 58 father in zygomatic bones. Father, father, father. The fact that this, like, what is the most glaring thing about zygomatic? What is the biggest unique standout? It's the Z and the Y and the G. You're like, that is famous for another reason. The first human cell is called a zygote. Okay, so there's father right at the beginning in 3 letters. Very, very unique and rare. Okay. Wow. And so a G equals the FA in father. And then a Y equals a TE. This is amazing how glorious these letters zig are. Okay. And how perfect they are for father. Oops, I like that light. Let's get that on. A G is FA. A Y is TE. And a Z is HR. Literally, zyg perfectly hits father in 2 letters for each one. So there's father at the front, okay? A zygote, okay? The first human cell, when a sperm and an egg, you know, get together, zygote. So there's father. So right off the bat, father owns this word. There's father. That is so beautiful. And then this is another father, right here. Now slow down and look at how perfect this is. The I and the O both divide by 3, equaling the FR, the bookends of father. And then this famous MAT at the center equals 1. Furthermore, you've got the A and the T in father, and then the M equals the HE. Stunning. So there's a glaring father in those 5 letters as well. So you've got glaring father number 1 in the first 3 letters. Then you've got glaring father number 2 in the next 5 letters. And then I've known from the beginning that the word bones parallels father, because you have the 3 plus 2s, the 1 plus 1, and this letter divides by 3. Aha, but what does bones add to? Bones adds perfectly to father minus 3. Well, lo and behold, there's a 3 sitting right there. And so now this C perfectly added to the word bones, this is going to blow your mind. Now you have 6 letters perfectly. 3 plus 2s, 1 plus 1, and 2 letters that divide by 3, the C and O, just like the 6 letters father perfectly. So I testify by the living God that zygomatic bones equals father, father, father. Triple father. So God the Father made you, and He is sovereign over the names of these bones right here. This is one zygomatic bone right there. Okay, your right cheekbone. This is the other one right here. Your left cheekbone that also forms a part of your eye socket. Together, they are called zygomatic bones. Equals father, father, father. Wow. The current date and time that this is being recorded is right there. 25 parallels father. It's the first day of the week, parallels father. Okay. That is a massive revelation. You see how the computer helped us to just quickly bring that to light? I was just like, that is glaring. That is so glaring. For all the reasons that I already declared, it's mind-blowing. Now, of course, the word zygote, okay, is father, and then OTE equals the famous title of God, us. So zygote, in order, is father, us. Us, the famous title of God declared by Himself in Genesis 1:26. Amazing. But when you think about what a zygote is, and the word zygote is father, us, you know, a zygote is the first of many cells that are a new person, okay? It is a living person already, a living soul. And when you meditate on the fact that zygote equals father us, it's like, you know, the cells in that new living person are literally saying to the parents, father us, take care of us, provide for us. It's, you know, give to us unconditional love like God the Father does. Okay, so this is amazing. So you'll never see a ZYG the same ever again. And so, quick as a fiddle, quick as a fox, quick as a cheetah, I can open my other program here, and I can very quickly find all English words that begin or even contain a ZYG, and I know zygote is there. So I can do that right now. It won't take long, just to satisfy our curiosity, because that's what good science is all about, satisfying your curiosity. Okay, so we're going to look for all English words that contain ZYG in order. There are only 8 of them: monozygotic, syzygal, syzygial, syzyges, I don't know, zygote. Okay, I don't know what those words are, or if they're I've got a pretty extensive word list. Some of them less, you know, famous than others. So zygote, and then zygotes, okay. And then zygotic. Okay, enough said, but this is a massive sapphire. This is a massive gem. And I was led by the Lord to solve anatomy parts, because this is the glory of God. Like, this is the human body. This is like the pride of the master artist, you know, created, like, just, you know, for the first time just over 6,000 years ago in the Garden of Eden. Adam first, and then Eve on day 6, the crowns of creation. And so that is why we have been led by the Lord to solve and study anatomical names in the body for the glory of God's personal name. So zygomatic bones, father, father, father. And so then when you say the zygomatic bones, you've just said the father, father, father. It's like, don't mess with the father. He's a much better artist and designer and scientist and master and creator and maker and controller and blesser than you are. Don't mess with the father. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like, he's the master artist. He created zygomatic bones. Okay. And there's billions of them on this planet. Billions of people with zygomatic bones. Okay. I'm excited. What else will we find? And then, so, as I mentioned, okay, in green, as you saw on the camera, when we say the zygomatic bones, okay, that puts father at the dead center, again, of that whole string. Just like father was at the dead center of the occipital bone, the back of my skull. Now he's at the dead, and just like he was at the center of the bregma, okay, which is the vertex at the top of the head, and now he's at the dead center of the zygomatic bones. It's just like, this guy owns it all, and he does. He's the father. Father's on top. It's like one of my favorite lines now. Don't argue with father. He's on top. Okay, so the zygomatic bones. And just feast your eyes on this. So there's the father at the dead center of zygomatic bones, the zygomatic bones. By the way, there's a total of that many ways to find 58 in the letters. It's my code is flawless. But look at that. Just stare at that center father at the center of those zygomatic bones. Again, the bookends equals the bookends of father. The next letter's inset, divide by 3, just like the AE in father. And we've seen this many times, like in the word tag, the word hat, okay, the word tap. A single A at the very dead center. The number 1 itself provides the +1 offset that parallels the TH at the dead center father. So from the very inside out, this cluster of 5 letters is perfectly symmetrical to glorify father, from the very inside out. MAT equals 1 equals dead center of Father, and the IO, which divided by 3, equal to FR. There. We've really hit it hard on the zygomatic bones. You are, and now that I've seen the glory of Father in the zygomatic bones, now you can really start, you can see it and you can understand it, you can preach on it. You're like, okay, the zygomatic bones really are on top. Like, you know, the word smile, okay? The word smile equals Father. Teeth equals Father. Well, what's on top of your smile? The zygomatic bones, because Father's on top. You're just like, oh yeah, and they stick out. Like, you know, there's prominence there. There's a vertical prominence there that again declares that Father's on top. Okay. Man, that was smoking hot verbiage. That, my friends, is one of the greatest gems I've seen since the last one. Okay, so let's dig in. That was huge. I feel like I got to take a screenshot of this and just save it in a document for our historic purposes. Well, thankfully we have video recording all this, frame by frame. Remember, frame parallels Father, just like video and movie and film, just like screen. Okay, and pixels. G on this diagram is the nasal bones. There are two of them. Now I believe I already shoved that into the computer, the nasal bones, and I did see, what did I see? Truth be told, oh yeah, well that's obvious. Can't believe I didn't preach on this until now. When you say the blank bones, in general, that gives us the great famous word that declares Father. This is so famous because Jesus said every word in the red letters is your key to the gold mine of it all. Jesus, God Almighty, the foreordainer of it all. Jesus said, he who sent me is true. He who sent me, over and over again, Jesus says, he who sent me. Sent equals Father. And so that's the famous S-E-N-T. It's the last set of letters on countless English words. The periodic table of the elements, I call it the periodic table of the elem Father, because ence, Father gets the last word. So that's what we see in the bones. You get the T-E, the S-N in symmetry. Okay, so the nasal bones, the whatever bones, done. You say the bones of any sort, you get that famous scent coming at you. And then just for purity's sake, what's left over when you talk about the bones? Now you have an H. You have 10 plus, oh man, you have another 15 plus 15. The 3 plus 2s, H, B, E. Wow, that's 10 plus 5. Pure 5s, 15s, and then the O is another 15. You see that? Whenever you add multiples of 3, it's like padding. They are like support cartilage, if you will, that glorifies the other name of God being declared. Okay, it's all in offsets of 3s, you know, from the beginning. And so when I just say the bones, I've said Father plus 5 plus 10 plus 15. You see that? You see how the 3s are just like this gorgeous additive, like this symphony of background music for the name Father? The bones. I don't care what bones we're talking about. The skeletal bones, the cranial bones, the nasal bones, the zygomatic bones, the teeth bones, the vertebrae bones, the spinal bones. Done. Whenever I say the bones, I've already given perfect glory to the Father. Okay? Because the bones is the gorgeous T-E-N-S, okay, 24 plus 34, bookends and center of Father, okay, in symmetry, okay, and then left over you have 5 plus 10 plus 15, 30. Gorgeous, done, okay, and then now it's just, you know, up to you to check out more of this glory pile. I'm excited. See that? This is important that we preach this, because I'm getting revelations for the first time in my life, and so I'm recording it on camera for all future generations and anyone who is watching this. Okay. Now, there's a famous total. The nasal bones adds perfectly to Father plus Christ. It's a famous number that God does everywhere. Father plus Christ is love plus half a love. Okay, and that's the grand total of the nasal bones. So that Father we found with sent, the rest equals Christ, which you can split into the I am love, and you'll be blown away. Okay, so now you say, why would the nasal bones be Father plus Christ? Well, there's two of them. You can think of all sorts of... oh boy, so what else will we find if we plug in the nostrils? What will we find? We're searching for Father. Oh, nostrils ends in Father. Okay, and he also has a perfect trifork, TSS, Father. But it's irresistible that he gets the last letters. Oh my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. And then in front of that is love. So you get love, Father, the greatest commandment, on the end of the nostrils. I can see another Father in the front. The famous sent again is screaming in the face. Son is there with Theo. Son is there letter for letter. Okay. Okay. This is preliminary research. Okay. Frontal bone. Well, let's get them all on the table. The parietal bones. The zygomatic bones was awesome. That was awesome. This is one of those things you feel like you could stay up like late into the night doing. You're just like, the parietal bones. Okay. There is a central way to find Father in 6 letters at the dead in a trifork in the center, in addition to the one I already mentioned. That's very beautiful. So now you have this gorgeous hopscotch. Okay, the parietal bones. Now I know a lot of basic things like the parietal parallels Father, but it's important that you check as much as we can, just to satisfy our. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm fine with that preliminary look. So, oh, curious now. The maxilla, is that the plural spelling? Or is it maxillae? Let's take a look. Okay, the plural is maxillae, so we have extra letters here. The maxilla, plural maxillae, is the upper jawbone, formed from the fusion of 2 maxillary bones. And the upper jaw includes the frontal portion of the palate of the mouth. Now we know that palate goes to Father. I could recognize that instantly. It's Father minus 3, just like the word bones. Of the mouth, which equals Christ, equals power, equals glory. The 2 maxillary bones are fused at the intermaxillary suture. This is similar to the mandible lower jaw, which is also a few tubular jaws. Okay. All right, let's dig in. Let's dig in. Ooh. Well, well, well. Mouth equals Christ, and maxillae equals Christ. And remember that mandible equals word? You know, Jesus is the Word of God. So maxillae equals Christ. And, oh, you can beautifully get the I am love. Because you have I am, letter for letter. And then the rest of the letters, this is so gorgeous. Because an X plus double L equals Son. Like Jesus, the Son of God. And then what's left over is half a Father. So that glorifies Father. This is a smoking hot set of letters. Smoking hot set of letters. I mean, the great title of God, me, is at the bookends. You have symmetry around that, and the letters at the center all divide by 3. And then you have the 2 A's. But it's easy to get to I am love. Maxillae equals Christ equals I am love. That's smoking hot. remember eyes equals love. This is so cool. So eyes equals love. And then maxillae, which are these bones right here, okay, this equals Christ, which equals I am love. And you get the I am letter for letter, and then the rest of the letters equals love. Smoking hot, isn't it? Furthermore, you have the LE in love, and then good night. The X plus the A parallels the it's V plus 3, and then the other L is O minus 3. So in all efficiency, okay, with the offsets of 3's declared, that law, maxillae equals Christ equals I am love. Remember, Christ from the outside in is I am love. Maxillae, I-A-M, and then the rest was love, just like I detailed. Okay, so that's these bones here. The maxillae equals the Christ, equals the power, equals the glory. Okay, but most of all equals the I am love. Christ, maxillae. Smoking hot. Okay. So, let's find Father in all this creamy goodness. So, first of all, now let's just jump to the kisser here. The maxillae. Let's find Father. Yeah, he's in there in gorgeous symmetry. Perfect hopscotch. There's Father in perfect symmetry in the maxillae. Beautifully, and I knew this from the beginning, that he is the letters X-I-L-L-A, which is smoking hot because that is the end of just the maxilla, if you refer to one of them. It's also in front of that because you have the A at the front. And so it's also at the dead center of maxilla. Beautiful. No disappointment whatsoever on Father's glaring presence in the maxillae. There's two symmetrical ways to get it. You can get a trifork, T-H-X-A-E. Oh, it's so beautiful, it's painful. Like, watch this. Father in the maxillae. Listen to this. T-H-A-E. Letter for letter. Those are the letters at the center of Father. And then at the dead center of the maxillae is the X, which equals 24, divides by 3, just like the bookends of Father equals X. Stunning. Ordained by heaven. It's all ordained by heaven. You just need to see it. Watch this. There are the instances of 58 Father in the maxillae. So there's your perfect hopscotch effect. There's the cluster of Zilla. And then there's the trifork I just preached on, which hit me like a truck because you have the T-H-A-E at the center of Father and then the X, which equals the bookends. Okay? So, we are in God's gold house here. You know how, when you walk into an artist's studio and he shows you various works first, and then he shows you his crown jewels, like the masterpiece. It's like the human body and the words that God has foreordained for the parts of the human body. This is the glory bin. This is like the masterpiece. Okay? So, welcome to the Holy of Holies, as it were. The temple, the house of the living God is the human body. So, he's got this market cornered. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay. Let's see. So that did not disappoint at all. Okay. So the bones of the skull, we are doing quite nicely. The glabella refers to this dead center part. Let's just throw that in there. I know that glabella parallels Father, but now we'll see what happens when you add the in front. There it is again. There's Father in symmetry. Oh my goodness. I'm just getting ecstasy after ecstasy. Feast your eyes on this. The all. I've been preaching on this from the beginning. The all. God the Father is the all. And there he is, right there. There's the all. There's Father, the all. In the glabella. What is the glabella? I told you what it is. It's the dead center. It's right between the eyes. It's right there. That's what we call the glabella. It's literally right between your eyes. like right between your eyebrows. There, it's a protrusion. Okay? So, remember, brow equals Father. So there is the all. Remember, the all in all equals Father plus Son in order. But simply put, God the Father is the all. And similar to what we saw in the maxillae, you see the THEA at the dead center of Father, and then the two L's equal the bookends of Father. In 6 letters, the all perfectly equals Father. So I'm already thrilled. And now, of course, you can do it a second way, like this here. So what's left over in the glabella? Well, you have this word glabe near the center, which you have 12 plus 12 plus 3. So it's beautiful 3. So it all parallels Father, like I said, okay? So you have 12 plus 3, okay, for a total of 27. Well, that's beautiful because that's 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so that gives all shining stardom to Father. Okay, the name above all names. Okay, 3s are just the parallelism offsets. You have a 1, a 2, you have 2 1s, 2 2s, and a 3 there in Glabe. Okay, I'm thrilled with that revelation. I'm glad I'm recording this on video and preaching the results in real time because, you know, there's so much gold to write down, but the spoken word is king. Okay, and so that's why we are doing this on camera and we're doing the spoken word. Okay. So the glabella, that's right here. It's like hit me right between the eyes. There's Father right there. Oh yeah, that felt good. Okay, so that was awesome. I gotta write these things down, just a few of them. The more you stare at the truth, the more you speak the truth, the more you and there's other things in the glabella, like the famous half father, ELL. Oh, of course, and you can split the all into 2 half fathers, just like Father can, 2 29s. THA, the famous half father in Father, and then ELL. Okay, so that's why I'm saying we've seen this everywhere now. Okay, remember the word stellar. Who is stellar? Well, the Father is stellar. The word stellar is the word star plus half a Father at the dead center. That ELL equals half a Father. That's exactly what we see in the all. God the Father is the all. What are the 2 teams of 29 in the all? THA, half a Father, and ELL, half a Father. So we're hot on the ELLs, okay? And we'll probably do an English word search for words that contain ELL, because that's half a Father, okay, that glorifies Father. I can, using our code right now, I can easily, right now, in less than a couple seconds, I can reveal to you all of the words in the English dictionary that have ELL in order at the dead center. And I guarantee you, stellar will be one of them. Stellar is Father plus half a Father. Okay? So, you know, don't hold your breath. Done. I am now staring at a list of all English words that have ELL at the dead center, and there is quite a few. There is definitely over 100. I would estimate over 120. And so this is the famous name, Bell. Okay? Half a Father at the center. Belly. Aha, your belly. Very central part of you, isn't it? A cello, the instrument. Very tall instrument, because Father is on top. You start to make the connections. A constellation. Slightly big word. That ends in Father and has half Father at the center. We know that all the constellations go to Father. A dweller. God the Father is the one who dwells inside of you. That makes him a dweller. A doer, okay. The word excellent. There's no one more excellent than God the Father. Excelling. The fueler. Yeah, God is the fueler of your fire. Hello. The most famous greeting of all time. Hello. Well, thank you for glorifying the Father. The rest equals I am. There. Hello has been solved. Jelly. Jewelers. Jeweling. Labeling. Leveling. Modeling. Selling, retelling, revelers. Okay, satellites. We talked about that one. Because Father's on top. Speller. Stellar. God the Father is the speller, stellar. That's one of my favorite because speller equals stellar. And sweller, Tilly. Unicellular, wells, yodeling. Okay, so that's a glorious study all its own. But let's get back to the anatomy. The words that we know apply to everyone. Okay. So we looked at the nasal bones. The zygomatic bones. I can't get over how glorious that was. Okay. How about the temporal bones? We'll just go through. Yeah. Man, there's so much. It's like, this is so exciting because we're going to see this all for the first time. There's so much to see. Okay. The temporal bones. Let's analyze this. Let's find Father in the temporal bones. Okay, there's a couple of symmetrical ways. Let's just do it again with. Okay, it's still not quite. Let's see here. Yeah, there's good stuff in there. Okay. The vomer bone. Let's go to the so a bone that's at the dead center, the ethmoid bone. The ethmoid bone. Here, Father. Okay, so that starts with Father. There's some sweet. Yeah, there's a sweet double Father combo in that. Plus 27. Okay. Research. Mandible. Gee. There's some obvious things like the word nose begins with son. Okay, when you say the nose, that ends in Father. And that's glaring too. The nose. Okay, I might jump around a bit now and just refresh ourselves with a change. We might skip to some other bones of the body. What is at the very top? The bregma, we talked about that. Suture, we looked at those. And we'll just quickly throw on the cranium and just see what that is. Oh yeah, Father's on the end of the word cranium. Oh my. The cranium equals love, Father, in order. That is touching. The cranium equals love, Father, in order. That is a massive gem. Okay, so the cranium, the cranium. Oh yeah, I remember preaching on this earlier. You slice it in half and you get love, Father, in the cranium. Perfect. Now I would just quickly try and find Father in the roof. We know that the roof, if anything, is on top. Oh yeah, R-O-T. Oh my gosh. So the roof equals Father plus half a Father. Done. Yes. Lovely. So that's amazing. That's the same thing as shampoo, because shampoo goes on top. So because everything has a roof, which is the top. So there. Now that we have the half Father revelation. So you see, oh, the roof of my mouth. Oh, the roof of the house. The roof equals Father plus half a Father. And by way of quick review, there's 3 ways to do the split into 58 and 29. For the 29, I would pick the very 29 that exists in Father, ERF. When you split Father into two 29s, there's only one way, ATH and ERF. So in the roof, you have the ERF, half a father, and then THOO, the word hoot, like a hooting owl, equals father. So the roof, glaringly, I'm so proud to have seen this and understood this for the first time. The roof equals the love, but better than that, the roof is on top. Well, who's on top? Father is. The roof equals father plus half a father. I am the first human in world history to declare that truth, and it's gorgeous. Okay, so the half father, ERF, equals the half father in father, 29. And then the lesser letters, TH equals the dead center father, and the two O's equal to 30 points flanking. So the roof is beautiful for father plus half a father. Wow. Amazing. You can split it three ways, the 58, 29. I'll show you the three ways, okay? There's your three 58s in the roof, and there's your three half a fathers in the roof, okay? Very simple. And my code is flawless. Those are all the ways to find it. Thank you very much. Okie dokie. So, there you go. We solved the roof. Every instance of the roof on planet Earth. Now this is really cool when you say roofs. Now you get the beautiful RUS, the R21S. ROFS equals father perfectly. And the word roofs equals crown. Okay? And identical design. Identical design. Roofs, and there's a host of words that God has done this with, of 5-letter words that have an O at the dead center, and the bookends equal father. Okay? So roofs equals crown, with father on the bookends, and then O at the dead center. So there's many roofs all over this world. Roofs of everything. Roofs of the mouth. Roofs of my head. Roofs of houses. Roofs of objects. Roofs equals crown is father plus 15. Oh yeah, the word number. Okay, the word number does the same thing. The bookends of the word number equals rune, which is an ancient letter. Okay, spoken word is king. So rune equals father, MB equals 15. So the word roofs equals crown equals number, with father at the bookends in 4 letters and 15 in the center. Okay, so we know that roofs are on top. We know that crown is on top, and therefore we know that number is on top. Okay, numbers are king, just like words are king. Okay. Okay, I gotta save this document under the current date. But I'm thankful that all this is on video, because there's so much detail to squeeze out that it's just, you just gotta speak it when you see it. Like, just get it out and declare it, and then future generations will follow in greater study. Millions of people will do this. The word groove parallels father. Okay, we talked about that. Median, talked about that. Okay, so let's get to some new. Speaking of roofs, let's analyze the letters of the roof of the mouth, or just the palate, I should say. That's what I meant to say. The palate. Let's take a look. Okay, so we know that parallels father, but now we're finding. So T late equals father, and then what's left over is 30 points left over. Okay, lovely. And when you say the palate, again, that puts half a father at the dead center, pal. Okay, so that's beautiful. The palate. And it ends in God, half a father there. Amazing. And then you get another half a father. The word hat. Ay, ay, ay. So you get pal at the center, then you get hat, flanking, and then you get TEE left over. Lovely. Okay. Okay, I might take a break in just a little bit, but let's see. Okay, so zygomatic, now I'm looking at zygomatic arch. And how would that relate to zygomatic bones? 2133. Interestingly, zygomatic arch will be father, father, plus amen. or the word the. 33. Okay. C. Yeah, okay. Wanted to revisit. Excuse me. I want to revisit the mandible. See how much patience it takes to get this glory, but it's worth it. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm just also searching for common names here, like the jaw. That has a beautiful, smoking hot, symmetrical father in the jaw. Crazy how perfect this all is. And yes, so the word jaw parallels father, just like jawbone. In fact, they are flawless. Jawbone puts it. Jawbone is father plus 12. Now, what happens when you say the jawbone? Yeah, it gives you a symmetrical father there. And that is, yeah, father plus 45. Jawbone is father plus 12. Can you pop off the 12? Yeah, the JB. Jawbone. Amazing. Amazing how glaring father is in jawbone. Okay? Jawbone. Amazing. The JB, jawbone, is your bonus 12. And then the rest gives you your father. Like, stunningly, perfectly. The 3 plus 2 is the 1 plus 1, rest letters divided by 3. Jawbone goes to father. And you get the AW, which is the bookends, and God's great title 1, which is at the dead center of father. So there, jawbone is smoking hot for father. Father plus 12. Amazing. And then when you say the jawbone, now you have father in the 5 letters, and then you have the other 3's in the 5 letters, 70 to 45. It's like, but father is the shining star of the jawbone. If you just say the jaw, okay, the word jaw parallels father all by itself. In fact, jaw equals the dead center of father. So jawbone is really cool because you have 34 in jaw, 34 in 1, which are the dead center of father. You're just like, this is loaded from front to back, back to front. And then, like I said, just finding father in the jaw was mind-blowing. This is amazing. Okay, so we know that brow equals father. Man, my goodness. So how about, just quickly, eyelids. Yeah, that's easy. Plus 21. And then so when you say the eyelids, that equals love father. You gotta hit this thing perfect. Like, you just have to recognize the perfection. You always add the word the in front. So the eyelids equals love father. And it's just so perfect because the word, remember, God is the all. Father is the all. The word lid equals all. Okay, so now when you say the lid, as in the lid of this bottle, the lid equals father in 6 letters. Furthermore, the lid, okay, is bookended with 24, and at the dead center is the center of father, like glaringly so. Okay, the L-I-A-T, the H-E, H-E. The lid equals father. Now, when we say the eyelids, we know the eyes equals love, so the eyelids equals love father. I'm the first human in world history to preach that. Done. If you waited that long, you got a real gem. And I walked you through it in detail, how that works. So the eyelids, I'm hoping this counts me worthy of tons of children someday. Anyways, we'll see what God has in store for me. But for now, I'm preaching to tons of future generations and spiritual children, intellectual children. The eyelids equals love father. Done. That was smoking hot. Eyes equals love. Remember, the lid equals father. Okay, so now the eyelids equals love father. Genius. The eyebrows is similar, because remember, eyes is love, brow equals father. The eyebrows just takes you 33 points higher. And so now the eyebrows you could say love the Father, or the Father love. It's basically the same smoking hot concept. Okay, the eyebrows equals love the Father, or the Father love. So it's exact same design. Yeah. So the eyelids equals love Father. The eyebrows equals love the Father. And what do we know about eyebrows and eyelids? They go on top. Because Father is on top. Remember one of my favorite lines. Father's on top. Don't argue with the Father. He's on top. You obey him. Okay. Remember, just ask the giraffe, okay? The word giraffe parallels Father from the inside out. And we know that the giraffe is on top. He's the tallest of everyone. God made me taller than most people, so I am on top. And the name Derek parallels Father. But, okay, we're talking about God the Father here. There is none higher. There never has been or never will be. Okay? The Father. Father's on top. Okay. So that was cool. So the eyelids equals love Father. The eyebrows equals love the Father. Now, remember we talked about the nostrils. Okay, that ends in Father, and then Son is in there. Okay, so there's a lot to see there. But it's fun solving the things that are on top. Okay, so the eyelids. Okay, we solved to our satisfaction. Lash. A lash is on top. So lash parallels Father, just like lid, just like brow. This is so cool. You're going to love this forever. Brow, Father. Lid, Father. Lash, and lashes, Father. If this was like, a xylophone, an accordion, it's like, the individual notes. Okay, so watch this now. So lash, lid, and brow go to Father. So, and then the eyelashes. Lash equals 40, the famous title of God, us. Okay, and easily you can see the U.S. in the word lash. Okay, S is the S-L-A-H equals U. Okay, let us make man in our image, us, the famous title of God, the first one that God declares about himself in Genesis 1 verse 26, which equals God, 26. So eyelashes is going to equal, this is unique now because you add an E there. Okay, so more homework to do. Interesting. Well, let's find, that's beautiful. So the word lashes is Father plus 6. So just pop off the AE and there's your Father left over in lashes. Well, let's use the computer to find 58 in the eyelashes and just see what God has ordained. Okay, so nothing symmetrical. A lot of fines. Let's take okay, yeah, when you say the eyelash, that gives you a symmetrical instance. And let's just look at eyelash all by itself. Okay, that gives you, that gives you God's name El, E-L plus Father. Okay, so we're starting with the obvious, okay, and then we're scooping up smaller nuggets on top of that. So that's fine for now, okay. The basics have been declared. It's not okay. It's so interesting. And once you know God's sovereign, you're like, okay, now I know why the word snot starts with the same 4 letters as nostrils. Rils equals Father. Snot equals nost. Starts with Son, and there's other stuff. And see, the word, the letters T-O-N equals Lord, because when you say wait on the Lord, you slice that in half and you get the Lord. W-A-I equals the, ton equals Lord. Okay, so wherever you see T-O-N, think to yourself, Lord. So, how about, what else is on top? Just quickly nose tip. Oops, didn't build that, or did I? Now we're just trying new things now. Oh yeah, there's send. Okay. Just quickly, the cornea. Okay, yeah, there's stuff in there. Okay, what else is on top in the human face? Let's just quickly get the epidermis. Epidermis, let's see where father. Yeah, there's a symmetric instance, and then there's, yeah, epidermis, so page 21. Oh, interesting. Epidermis is us plus father. Father us, again, just like the word zygote. Okay. Alright, well, let's keep going. Anything else that comes to your mind? How about quickly... ooh, I can't resist this one. The teeth. Because the shares so many of the same letters as